This is Tina Marie Medlin, founder of Warrior Braids Ministry, and this is the Warrior Roundtable.
Every single time I pop my eyes open and I say, God, I know I still need help to walk today, but you let me open my eyes. That gratitude is
Yeah.
the word. When I can sit down with my mom and have a conversation with her about my maternal health history, that's the word. When my friends text me and they say, hey, we're getting together for dinner Friday night, but I know my bandwidth is not where it needs to be. I know my energy is not where it needs to be. And I am a good steward and knowing that if I take my funky energy to the dinner, I'm infecting everybody else. Me saying no is the work.
Right.
So, or me taking a nap for 20 minutes
Yes.
is the work. Because if I take that 20-minute nap, I'm clearer. I can be more present for
Right.
you. So I help them redefine the work because especially when I speak to men who I know maybe they're masking something, or maybe they didn't feel good and they don't feel like they want to tell somebody, or because they don't want to go to the doctor. I say,
Oh,
when
yeah.
you go and you have a conversation with your wife about how you are really feeling, and you can embrace the vulnerability because you know when it's not about being embarrassed, it's not about being weak, it's about getting you the help you need. That's the work. Because then you're not suffering and your wife's trying to figure out what's going on. What's going on with
Right.
him? Or like,
Right.
why does he like because he's physically unwell, he doesn't want to tell anybody.
Right.
All of this is the work. And the sooner we can redefine that definition, the sooner we'll stop putting ourselves out to dry for every single professional thing that people ask us to come
Yes.
to. The sooner we get comfortable with boundaries, and the sooner we put people in our community who respect our boundaries. All of that's the work.
Yeah, and I think it's a culture change too, because, for so many years it was like you put in if you put in all these hours,
Yeah.
you're going to go up the light. It's like it's people need to look at the quality, not the quantity, you know?
Yes. Yes. And Tina, the second thing is I always, and this is before we even get into the work, I say you've got to live for the dash. And they're
Yes.
like,
I love the dash.
live for the dash. No one is going to get up at your eulogy and say, Mary had the best spreadsheets ever. Like her
Exactly.
spreadsheets were clean. Okay. They're going to talk about how I made them feel. They're going to talk about moments where I shared or moments where we showed up for one another. Precious core memories are the dash.
Exactly.
And if you're living for the dash, you're so much closer to your due north and your purpose than you could ever imagine. And so that is a mindset shift. That's what I help leaders do. Redefine the work. Let's talk about living in the dash.
Well,
And
for
now
and
let's
for
talk.
those that don't know what the dash is, let them know
Yes,
because
for
they may
those
be
that
like,
don't know
"What is the
the dash.
dash?"
What's the dash? Listen, there is a year that the Lord sent us to the planet, and there is a year that we will leave the planet. And in the middle is the
That's
dash.
right.
And that's where life is lived. That's where life is experienced. That's where the memories are made. That's what they're going to remember.
Yeah, that's the eulogy. The
That's the
eulogy is the
eulogy.
dash. And yeah, exactly.
Exactly.
I just crack up thinking about somebody standing up there going, man, Mary's spreadsheets,
Impeccable.
you'd be jumping out of your coffin. I'm like, what? That's all
We're
and
not
then that
talking
makes
about
you
spreadsheets.
think. You think about it, it's like, that's not how I want people to remember me
There you
for
go.
is my spreadsheets.
There you
You know,
go. There you go.
it's like you need to live each day in a service to the Lord, which is number one. But by doing that, your dash is going to be beautiful and it's going to be just such a wonderful blip on the map because that's what we are. We are a blip in
Exactly.
mankind.
Exactly. And when you think about, like, when you really zero out your time, if we say, and we love to say this as people, as leaders particularly, time is our most precious commodity, but we don't treat it as precious.
Right.
We don't treat it as priceless as it truly is.
That's true.
And
Yeah.
so I always tell people, give me your calendar and I can tell you what you value.
Mm. Yeah.
Because if you're putting it on your calendar and you're giving it your life energy, you value it.
That's so true. And the thing is, we're talking earlier, I mean, about our bodies, and our bodies
Mhm.
are our temple. And and I am not a good steward of that all the time because I do like my sweet tea. I'm just going to throw it out there. And I know the sugar is so not good for you, but
I know, I
that's
know.
something that I'm working through. But again, so I'm not doing my body any service. And that's,
Mm,
and when you deal with a chronic illness, I mean, your chronic illness is your body. So you've got to make sure that you are I'm doing my own little therapy session here.
I'm like, listen, like, yes,
But it's
yes.
true. You've got to build your body as strong as it can
Yeah.
be with what you have.
Hmm.
It can't,
Hmm.
like I look back, even 5, 7 years ago, running 5Ks and doing all the things, and I look
Yeah.
back and I'm like, I miss me. I miss that me. And it's like, how do I get back
Mm,
to that me? But then, I just have to remember, okay, well, since then, you've had like 10 surgeries, you've had this cut open, that cut, so you're never going to be back to where you were. So then you have to find that acceptance to move forward and find the
yes.
new me instead of,
Mm,
like mourning the old me.
yeah, exactly. Oh, I'm so glad you said that. It was so funny yesterday. I was thinking about that and I was thinking about how, like, in my 20s, it was almost like, wow, even though you may not have been as wise, you were
Mm.
certainly sprightly and you were certainly seeking purpose.
Hmm.
And there's sometimes where, and Tina, I mean, I go to the gym and I work out and things, but sometimes you'll have a little tweak. You'll be like, what is my knee doing? I don't
Right.
understand, right? Or sometimes you sleep wrong and like your neck or
Right.
whatnot. And I think to myself, how in my 20s did I go to bed like at 1 a.m.?
Hmm.
Wake up I mean, with the strength of David, okay?
Yep.
Now, if I'm not hunkered down by 9 o'clock, when I say there are going to be problems tomorrow,
Yep. Yeah.
but here's the thing. I learned to pray and thank God for that version of me because she got me to this version of
That's
me.
right. That's right. That's a good way to think about it. That's
I
right.
have to because or else it's always like, God, bring that energy back or bring that body back or bring I actually don't want because again, that one it ended. There's a new thing he's doing.
Right.
And I have to be grateful for the new version. I have to be grateful for the new thing.
Mm. I love that. I love that. Oh my gosh, that's good. That's a I have to sit on that one because I do. There's a lot of times that I do mourn the old me and have to remember, you know what? That's okay because the new me is bringing positivity and trying to help people, and it's like, okay, all right, that's and if I wouldn't have had all the experiences, then I
Yeah.
wouldn't be here. Like there would be no Warrior Braids ministry if I didn't haven't lived 30 years with a chronic illness, and the different experiences that I've had. It wouldn't have happened. So,
Mm,
and I'm sure,
hmm.
all of your stuff wouldn't have happened if you didn't, walk through your certain journey, your
Absolutely.
certain story and stuff like that. So,
Absolutely.
all right, let's play a little fill in the blank
Okay.
before we wrap up. So
Okay.
people think being a warrior means what, but it actually means this.
Oof.
I know.
People think being a warrior means strength, and it actually means being an amazing steward of your weakness.
Ooh, I like that. That's so
That's
true.
it.
Yeah. Say that
That's it.
again. Can you say that
Yes.
again? That was
I
good.
believe,
I just want everybody to hear that again.
I believe people think being a warrior means strength, but I believe it actually means being a good steward of your weakness.
Good steward of your weakness. Yes. Thank you.
Mhm.
That's so good. And what would be one thing that you would tell your younger self? Like if you could just sit next to younger Mary, what would you tell her?
Oh my goodness. I would tell her she's enough.
Oh.
I would tell her she's enough. Um, you know, I think elder millennials, every time I say it, Tina, I jump. Elder
Elder.
millennials.
I have never heard that, but I like it.
Oh, as if going through fibroids and being told you will be a geriatric pregnant mother is not enough.
Oh
Now,
my
please
God.
tack on the label of elder millennial. Appreciate it. But
Oh.
I think we've been through so much at this point, Tina, that without staying anchored, it's really hard to find your space or your place forward.
Mm,
And so I think when you can, when you get to this season or when you go through a hard season like that, it's re-anchoring and really trying to find out how deep your anchor is
right.
or what work you have to do to get that relationship where it needs to be. I
Oh,
hope
that's
that
good.
answered your
Yeah,
question.
no, that's good. Yeah. Man, that younger Mary, man, she
She's got an anchor. And she
yeah.
she didn't, but she always knew she had an anchor because her parent or my parents were so intentional about we
Right.
grew up in a house of the word. But I think on the other end, you begin comparing. You see stuff on social, and I
Yeah.
said elder millennial because we're at the beginning of social media, and now you're
Yep.
seeing all these things. And so she's always been enough. And even when she was more than enough, she was still made in his image. And
That's
that's what
right.
I would tell her.
I love that. Oh, Mary, I had so much fun. This
Oh my
was
goodness, this was
so good.
fantastic.
I so good. Thank you so much for being on the Warrior Roundtable with me today. I can't even tell you how what an honor it is to have you and to just, be able to just chit chat. I love it.
Absolutely. It was so
I love it.
good.
And I
And
can't wait to see you again in
absolutely,
person.
absolutely. And I just want to say thank you for being brave and thank you for being on this journey, but more importantly, being willing to take us along with you. This
Oh,
space is so needed, and we need more people and believers and leaders like you. So thank you.
oh, thank you, Mary.